What are the top 10 builds I've done in single-player worlds? Well, we're going to find out today. I love building, and there are 4 worlds I've primarily built in. With a new Let's Play coming soon, I thought it would be a good time to check the builds out. Let's count down from my 10th favorite to my top build. For number 10, let's start off in my original Let's Play world. Now, this is one of the last things I built in this world. It is a farmhouse, and it's one of the larger buildings I built in this world. I really like how it turned out, although I would change quite a few things. So much cobblestone. But if we take a look inside, you're going to get some 70s vibes here. The colors, oh my god. This is a living room area. We got a bit of a kitchen area. I would definitely change things in here, but it's quaint, I guess. Going up the stairs, again, very 70s. We've got the bedroom in here with 2 beds, I guess for people who want to sleep separately. And we have another fireplace up here. There is a little bit of a shed outside, and that goes up through the back door here. There's not much here right now, as you can see. I didn't actually finish that part. And coming in at number 9 from JD Plays Minecraft is the drawbridge. Now, I really liked how this was built. I like how it turned out. Of course, one interesting thing is mobs don't like to walk across this. So if you've got some guys over here that want to chase you, they stop. They don't seem to want to continue. Now, this world, unfortunately, I did lose it. This is from a backup, but unfortunately I lost a whole bunch of builds in this world. So I'm starting all over again with a new Let's Play in Java Edition. I should also mention that this build is one of my top viewed videos. Now, of course, this doesn't actually work. There's no redstone here. Coming in at number 8, back on my original Let's Play world, we have the hot spring. This is not a very good garden here. It was supposed to be like Japanese inspired, but anyways. For those who don't know, I used to live in Japan. I lived there for 11 years, and I love the hot springs there. Now, this is based on an actual hot spring design. You'd leave your shoes in here. You come through here, and you would get undressed, leave your clothes in a locker, come down here, take a shower, and then get into the hot spring. Oh yeah, I love this. And of course, you go outside, and once again, you get in the hot spring. This one is actually being fed by some spring water, and I placed it here because of that. It's a volcanic area. Oh, and there's a goat. And yeah, this is probably my first custom tree. It's supposed to be like a black pine, you know, the type that turns into bonsai. Anyways, this is one of my earliest favorite builds. I absolutely love this. It reminds me of Japan, really. Coming in at number 7 in my medieval building tutorial world is the Harbor Tower. This is actually modeled on a real harbor tower, so I added a whole bunch of extra things here. This is doubling as kind of a customs house as well. As you can see, all around here, I've got little patches which look like there's a bit of wear and tear. Got little slits here for the windows, and these. I like this little added touch here with the tripwire hooks. I think that gives it an interesting look, but these are actually water drains. So let's take a look inside. We've got this little office here, and the inside of our actual tower. There's a spiral staircase going up to this level, and we can take this ladder right up to this level here. So you've got a good view, and you've got little arrow slits here at the bottom. And I like how this has turned out, but that's not all. We got to go all the way to the top, right? So take another ladder we have another floor here. It's a little bit narrower in here now. And all the way to the top inside level. Again, it's looking pretty good. And finally, up to the top. And we have an amazing view from up here. You can see, if we jump up here, you can see the whole docks area. And I think that looks great. Now, I think that this looks a lot better in a texture pack and shaders that were made specifically for medieval builds. Coming in at number 6 is my main base building in Minecraft School. This is probably the biggest thing I've built in this world. And I like how it turned out. It's kind of a mix. We've got a lot of wood over here, and we've got a tower right there. Got 2 entrances. So let's go in here and take a look. This is kind of a multi-purpose building here. So we've got the main floor, got a bit of a kitchen in which I can do some cooking and smelting, as well as a bit of storage. I usually put stuff I'm going to be using pretty soon here. On the first floor, we have access to my storage system right in here. And let's look at the ceiling. I like the ceiling. I really like how that turned out. On the second floor, now we'll go up this way in the tower. I decided not to do stairs, just a ladder. And this is kind of a living room area. I don't really use it much, just for looks, really. And the balcony, which is great for taking a look out at my world so far. And finally, the third floor. Now this, I actually really like it up here. Of course, we have a great view from up here, but inside, it's really cozy. And I just like this look here. I think it's really interesting. Also, adding in candles is great. Coming in at number 5 is the farmhouse. Now this is one that I built for a Jan Cat lady. She is one of my patrons, so in case you didn't know, if you're a patron or a channel member, you do get some builds as well as armor stands with armor in my single player world. Now this house, well, we've got a bit of well, there's Mystique. Mystique's still alive. We've got little stables here. Now the house itself, of course, is something I'm very happy with. It's a bit of a fantasy design. The lands are fairly nice too. But let's take a look inside. And we've got 3 levels to look at. So of course we have the little entrance here. We go downstairs, we have a somewhat unfinished room here. It's just storage really, and a smelting station. This can be used for a lot of different stations. And then we come up here where we have this, I think is my favorite kitchen I've ever done. I really love this kitchen here. We've got counter here and dining and living area over here. And then up here is a loft style bedroom with storage all along the side. I really love how this turned out. Coming in at number 4 in JD Plays Minecraft is the end portal room. I absolutely love this room. This is one of my favorite underground builds. Of course, I'm not going in there. I haven't fought the dragon yet in this version of the world. I found the most difficult part were these parts. But I really like how that turned out. It's just really nice. I was originally going to have this as a spot where I can display like a dragon head or dragon egg, possibly. Off on that side, there is a room in there. Nothing much to look at, but I lucked out here because we have a skeleton spawner right next to here. So I've got a trident killer in here, and got everything that I need for, well, repairing things, and, well, I get XP in here. But I really like how this turned out, and this is one of my favorites. That's why it's number 4. And now number 3, back to our medieval building tutorial world, we have the docks themselves. So again, this is modeled after real life medieval docks. So we've got a couple of parts here. So we can come down here for smaller boats. We have this dock for larger boats. And also here, you can get some larger boats right here. I like the decorating. I like how I've done this. And over here, this is another spot that you can load cargo onto a ship. And one last area is right over here. Of course, we have a crane coming up right here, and it is loading some, well, kelp down to here. And it looks great at night too. So yeah, we've got one extra spot there. It's all nicely lit up, and I love how it looks. For number 2, we're still in the medieval building tutorial world, and that is this crane. It's a treadwheel crane, and again, it is modeled after real-life treadwheel cranes. And this has a lot of trapdoors in it. But the person comes in here, or several people, and they walk. And they're making this part go around and around. And that, of course, is connected to a pulley system. And you can see the chains going down there. And I love how this turned out. It's very interesting design here. It's probably my smallest, or one of the smallest designs on this list. So I really love how this turned out. And finally, at number 1, it has got to be the entire desert village in JD Plays Minecraft. I absolutely loved how this whole thing turned out. I'm in creative right now, so I don't have to worry about these guys. But we take a look over here. One of my favorite ways to get in was just right here. Just through this. There we go. So we've got this boat. I'm just going to go through this quickly here. This is completely spawn-proof, and nothing can get out, which is amazing. So here we have our wonderful little storage area, and we have an apartment building on this side here. This is the village council building, and I really like how this turned out. This is a great place to get a view up here as well. Council area, council chambers are up here, and you can see right there is, it's kind of a water pump, which leads to an irrigation system, which we'll look at in a moment. But I think I'd like to look at this in the daytime. And over here is the toolsmith. And right back here is my mason. He's the only surviving villager in this village. He does have an apartment above there, but he's kind of trapped in there. Up here we have my sugarcane farm. Basically, it's my wood, or not wood, paper mill. Doesn't produce paper really, just, you know. I've got this bridge here, and this kind of unique design for stables. I like that. Over here we've got our netherwort farm right under there. Out here we have the nether portal and an oasis. I really love how this oasis turned out. We've got another entrance going up, right up into there. It's looking nice. And let's go over here and up the stairs. First, this is the second house I ever built in this world. And of course, this is the first house. Very tiny. Now over here we've got a few different businesses. So let's jump down. So right here we have a brewing potions building here with an apartment above. Here, this is my tower. This is my enchanting tower. Let's come right up here. We've got just some storage. Great view from up here too. My enchanting tower, yes. So you can take a nice look around. You can see much of the village and surrounding areas as well. By the way, this is a great seed. Absolutely loved this seed. Now if we go, yes, this way, we have a little bakery here. We have our market and cartographer. I really like this building, how it turned out. So So this is the village, as you can see right here. Upstairs is another apartment with a bed. I often like to stay in this one. This is probably my favorite upstairs apartment. Just take a quick look here. Pretty simple, but nice and cozy, as you can see. And just a couple more builds inside the village. Now, if we go over here and up here, we of course have this house. It's a nice 2-story house. Go all the way through. We got a park in here as well. You can relax in there if you like. And let's go take a look at the irrigation system. So we've got the farming area right here. My vertical windmill. So this is a kind of desert windmill. I even put in, well, what looks like a working mechanism inside, but it's of course not really. You see, that's what it looks like. And of course the irrigation system here, which I'm now walking through. All right, so let's go over here and you can just see the rest of the irrigation system coming from the water pump. And there we go. Now I would like to make an honorable mention. Unfortunately, this part is not finished, but I'll include it as part of the village. It is the village mine. It's deep. And yeah, you'll see. As we go down here, this goes all the way down to Bedrock. It is not finished, but I've started doing some of the lower levels. It's just dropped down here. And as you can see, it's a little dark. But I really like how this is turning out. So I got much of the lower sections done here. Thank you for coming along on this journey through my top 10 favorite builds in Minecraft, at least single player. I will be doing a separate video for SMPs though. That should be coming next week, I hope. Also, I'm leaving links to each of the videos that these builds are related to. Well, this one is kind of massive. There's lots of builds in here. But I will provide you with a link to the playlist itself as well. And that is about it. Actually, I would like your opinion. So, can you please let me know what you think of my rankings? And would you have changed anything? Like, what are your rankings from 10 to 1? Now, let me know in the comment section below. A big thanks to my patrons and channel members for their support. If you become a patron or channel member, you can get access to world downloads, special Discord ranks, and access to my Java supporter server. While you're at it, check out the recommended video at the top and the JD Plays Minecraft playlist at the bottom. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.